Now on CBC Vancouver News.
I think it's important when people go through such devastation that it's important to show kindness and empathy.
Canada's Governor General returns to Tumbler Ridge as the community's journey of healing continues. Plus,
these are overwhelmingly preventable deaths.
BC's chief coroner says intimate partner violence killings can be stopped, but the province must have a better organized plan. And
hey guys, let's not stand around.
Trial by wildfire.
I don't think I've pushed myself that mentally deep.
Thousands of recruits dig, haul, and build as they try to make the cut to battle blazes in BC.
Let's go and get moving. Come on.
This is CBC Vancouver News.
Hello, I'm Dan Burritt. Thanks for joining us. The Governor General is in Tumbler Ridge, offering her support to that community as it continues to heal from February's mass shooting. The CBC's Matt Preprost spoke with Mary Simon as she met with the mayor and first responders.
An ordinary Monday with an extraordinary guest. Governor General Mary Simon is visiting Tumbler Ridge this week, a commitment she made to support the community as it continues to heal. Simon was here immediately after February's tragic mass shooting. Today, she attended a low-key event in town. She said it was important for her to return.
I really wanted to come back here to see the people that have been impacted by the very terrible disaster that happened, both in terms of the first responders as well as the families and the town itself. So I've come to let the people here to know that Canada thinks about this and thinks about them.
Simon met with Tumbler Ridge Mayor Daryl Krakauka and council before meeting with the RCMP officers, firefighters and paramedics who responded to the incident. At a memorial site to the 8 victims, she laid a paper heart with a message. It read, "Nothing justifies this. Your grief matters. You are held in shared sorrow. We are with you." Simon described the significance of her written note.
As Canadians, we should be showing kindness to each other. We should have empathy for each other and compassion, and we should look after each other.
On Tuesday, Simon will visit the community's temporary school site to meet with students. She said she's looking forward to hearing about their hopes for the future and what reconciliation means to them. The Governor General will also meet with healthcare workers and mental health clinicians who have been supporting students and their families. She says improving mental health supports in rural and remote communities in Canada is one of her top priorities. Matt Preprost, CBC News, Tumbler Ridge.
The BC government is cracking down on gun violence and gang activities with some new rules coming this fall. As the CBC's Jenna Bailon explains, this move comes 5 years after the province passed legislation to tackle organized crime.
The BC government says it's giving law enforcement more tools to deal with gun violence and organized crime. Under the Firearm Violence Prevention Act, it will soon be a crime to fire a gun from a vehicle or to cause a public disturbance using imitation or low-velocity firearms.
It will also be a crime to operate a vehicle carrying a firearm without a permit.
When firearms are discovered, individuals often claim that they didn't know where they were, that they were there, or that the firearms belonged to somebody else.
These come 5 years after the Firearm Violence Prevention Act was passed, amid an extortion crisis. The province cited extensive consultation with partners.
This is about ensuring that criminals who exploit gaps in federal laws and commit harm using firearms on a community are stopped, while also maintaining a balance of uninterrupted, safe access for those that are using firearms legally.
BC's opposition critic for the Attorney General says the province needs new tools to address crime, like bail reform and the issue of repeat offenders.
There is still a big concern when somebody gets arrested, whether they will get charged. And if they will get charged, whether they will remain in custody. And these are active concerns you're hearing throughout the extortion crisis. So where are those tools?
One associate professor of political science, who wrote a book on gun culture in Canada, says the new rules aren't controversial, but neither are they a game changer.
The efforts need to be concentrated on putting more resources into the court system so that they can process these things faster. Because once again, I don't see anything in this policy that is going to be a magic bullet when it comes to solving the extortion crisis.
He adds that more funding needs to go into programs that do not involve police, like interventions that break the cycle of gang violence.
The new rules come into effect on October 1st. Jonna Bailon, CBC News, Victoria.
BC's chief coroner says the provincial government must do more to prevent deaths caused by intimate partner violence and improve the collection of data.
These are overwhelmingly preventable deaths.
The coroner says at least 135 people in BC died due to intimate partner violence between 2016 and 2024. And those deaths overwhelmingly happened in rural, remote, and northern BC communities. This report echoes calls made by previous reviews and advocates.
Things have not improved. In fact, if you put the clock back to the early 90s when we first started measuring these things, things really haven't improved. And so it's much to our chagrin as society. And what we've got to ask is, despite all the work that's been done, because work has been done, money has been spent, why haven't we improved?
The report recommends a more coordinated provincial response and a committee to review all intimate partner violence-related deaths. The Attorney General says the report helps clarify where action is needed. Homicide investigators are in a rural area in Langley after 2 people were found dead. Police say they were called to 16th Avenue between 208th Street and 212th because of a suspicious incident. This happened just after 11 a.m. Fire crews were also there. The road has been closed off while police piece together what happened. Manitoba could soon become Canada's first province to ban social media for young people. That's according to the province's premier. And BC's Attorney General says she's keen to adopt similar measures here.
I recently sent a letter and have met with Mark Miller and Evan Solomon, the ministers in Ottawa, demanding action at a federal level. I think that's the best place because it covers all of Canada, but I've also been very clear that if we don't see action at a federal level, then we will take action in BC when it comes to protecting our youth. It's really important.
Sharma says she will speak with Manitoba on how it plans to implement the ban. The Education Minister for Manitoba says it would include the use of AI chatbots and likely be rolled out in classrooms. There were flowers and tributes at memorials across Vancouver on Sunday, marking 1 year since the deadly attack at the Lapu-Lapu Day Festival last year that killed 11 people and injured dozens more. At Mountain View Cemetery, mourners came to a temporary memorial just a few blocks from where a man in an SUV drove through a crowd of people as the festival was winding down. Community organizers and local officials gathered to lay wreaths in memory of the victims. One city councillor says the tragedy has changed the way the city approaches safety.
Our entire city administration has taken this as a siren call to try and make sure that we never have something like this ever happen again, and that we need to work together and pull together as a community.
The Prime Minister says the attack was a senseless act of violence that affected people across the country and the world. It is physically exhausting and mentally mountainous. A BC Wildfire boot camp on the outskirts of Merritt is pushing new recruits to their limits. As Shelley Joyce shows us, it takes more than brute strength to land one of those coveted jobs.
BC Wildfire's new recruit boot camps are sending up smoke just outside of Merritt, BC.
Hey guys, let's not stand around.
2,400 people applied for the opportunity to do this. Only 200 will make the final cut.
It was probably one of the hardest things I've done. I don't think I've pushed myself that mentally deep.
Hauling hundreds of pounds of hoses, pumps, and equipment up and down this hillside. Hand-digging fire guard, laying hoses, and initial attack firefighting make this outdoor class an education in endurance and teamwork, all simulating a typical day on the fire line.
I've never felt that kind of physical pain before, and I just didn't think I could do as much as I did, and so I was really proud of myself at the end, but it was one of the hardest things I've had to do.
Chandler Bashtold is an instructor with 5 years of experience.
You're doing it with some of your best friends and your good crew members and your good teammates. So in doing it together, you at the end of the day, the sense of accomplishment is just so rewarding for yourself.
Guys, we can blast this with Hanson.
It takes grit, tenacity, and stamina to stand out here. And many of these applicants say they have gumption that surprised even themselves.
Let's go and get moving. Come on.
Melanie Clayton hopes her leadership skills are noticed.
How deep I can dig and show my worth, and also how I can lead, because I'm in this crew supervisor position today, and just showing that I can bring together the team and we can work together.
Days on the fire line during an intense fire season are long and sometimes tedious. Bashtold says sometimes it's the little things, like digging a perfect fire guard that can halt a fire in its tracks.
You see here, if there's any sticks or anything crossing our guard, that fire is allowed to creep across and continue going. So this debris like this would have to not be there. It'll allow fire to cross our guard, so it has to be right down to the mineral soil.
He says that unit crews in the province can spend a full 14-day deployment just digging guard. Over the next 2 weeks, these firefighters will bond at this boot camp, but only the best will be chosen to battle BC fires this summer. Shelley Joyce, CBC News, Merritt, BC.
If you have a yard, listen up. Metro Vancouver is banning all lawn watering as of May 1st. The earlier than expected Stage 2 ban comes amid mounting summer drought concerns. Troy Charles explains.
Metro Vancouver says for the first time ever, it's starting water restrictions at Stage 2. Come May 1st, all residential lawn watering will be banned.
Lawns will go brown as the weather dries, and they will bounce back in the fall.
Vegetable gardens can still be watered at any time, with trees, shrubs, or flowers allowed between 5 and 9 a.m. The regional district says the threat of drought this summer, along with a low snowpack on the North Shore, led to the decision to skip Stage 1.
Being prudent now in terms of how we use that water, particularly outdoors, we can ensure that we have that supply through what's gearing up to be a very warm summer.
She says the region uses about 1 billion liters of treated water each day, and that surges to 1.5 billion in the summer, adding it's a challenge being exacerbated by climate change.
We get wetter and wetter winters when we don't really need any more rain because we already have our reservoirs full. And then we get less and less snowpack and warmer summers, which puts stress on the reservoirs.
And with an expected El Nino climate pattern hitting BC this summer, experts say the drought could worsen.
If we're already into kind of longer drying cycles because of climate change, and then you add the sort of cyclic drying on top of it, then you get like super drought.
Meanwhile, in Vancouver Saturday, a rally calling on governments to push through bold climate policies.
Every day, the reality of climate change and our necessity to do something becomes more urgent.
The regional district says it will be monitoring water usage and weather conditions closely.
At this point, we are expecting that we will need to go to Stage 3 in June.
Metro Vancouver has not gone to Stage 3 water restrictions in over a decade. Troy Charles, CBC News, Vancouver.
From fires to drought concerns, Darius Madava here with the first look at the weather and a fire map.
That's right. We've got a number of out-of-control fires across BC right now. There are actually 5 of them, but only 3 displayed on this map. 1, 2, 3. None of them are too large, but they're all out of control. Authorities are keeping a close eye on them. There are also 2 new fires, one near Salmon Arm and one on the other side of Kamloops. Those have just popped up on the BC Wildfire map, so not reflected in this data yet, but we'll get them on here soon. A number of things to be watching throughout the next week or so as temperatures continue to climb. We have moderate to high fire danger in much of southern BC, with a few tiny pockets of extreme in there as well. A few of the other things that we're going to be watching are, of course, those climbing temperatures, a lack of precipitation, and the low snowpack. All those things expected to contribute to higher fire danger in the next couple weeks. Dan?
Okay, Darius, thanks very much.
Thank you.
The Vancouver Golden Eyes' inaugural season is over. No playoffs, but they do get a sweet draft pick. The season that was and what to expect. Next. The first season is over for the Vancouver Golden Eyes. The professional women's hockey league team did not make the playoffs, but as Shivani Joshi explains, they did not go away empty-handed.
For the net, shot scores!
The Vancouver Golden Eyes finished 6th out of 8 teams in the PWHL, but their story doesn't end there. Thanks to the league's gold plan rewarding eliminated teams for late season performance, the Golden Eyes earned the first overall pick in this year's draft.
But it is pretty exciting that you have the control of the first pick of who you would like to bring into this city and make a big impact.
And in a league where eliminated teams fight for draft rights, that race for the top spot has never mattered more. But beyond the standings, this team built something bigger. With the historic Pacific Coliseum as their home, the Golden Eyes built one of the league's strongest fan bases, with sellout crowds and energy that carried through to the final game.
They showed up for us, and the energy in that last game was incredible. Even though we knew our season was over after that game, they still showed up and supported us and cheered us on, which was pretty special.
On the ice, it wasn't perfect, with injuries, travel, and lineup chemistry all playing a role.
Going into the season, a lot of people expected that the Golden Knights were going to finish first. They built a really strong roster from the expansion process last year, a lot of star players, and, it didn't quite work out that way.
Now, the focus shifts to the offseason and opportunity.
My biggest challenge in the off season is making sure that we have our core here, keeping, honestly, as many players as we can through this process, and then finishing our roster with people who are going to help us elevate our game to the next level.
And with the #1 pick, Vancouver holds a powerful card.
Having that first overall pick and knowing you can go out and draft somebody like a Caroline Harvey, a generational defender who you can build around, that's huge to have that in your back pocket.
A team that didn't make the playoffs, but may have just set itself up for something much bigger. Shivani Joshi, CBC News, Vancouver.
Ottawa is setting up Canada's first sovereign wealth fund. It will allow the federal government to work with the private sector to finance big projects. More now from Kate McKenna.
Drawing inspiration from Canada's first major project, the Canadian Pacific Railway, Prime Minister Mark Carney committed to a new initiative he says will lead to more nation building.
Many countries that are blessed with natural resources, like Norway, have sovereign wealth funds. Canada hasn't had one until now.
Carney says the Sovereign Wealth Fund will be a government-managed investment account intended to help finance big Canadian projects for things like ports and critical minerals.
This will be a Government of Canada fund, but more importantly, this will be a people's fund. It will be your fund.
Canada will join other countries, including Norway, Singapore, and Saudi Arabia, in creating such a fund. For now, the government is committing $25 billion.
We would say that this is a good initiative for our nation. We need to have that environment to attract that economic investment, that private sector investment into our energy industry, into our industrial industries.
My sense is things are moving in the right direction. It's a big announcement.
The government says the fund will be run by an independent Crown corporation. Experts warn the details of that arrangement are important.
It needs to be independent management and an independent governance board, or else what you risk is it just becomes a government slush fund.
What you don't want is at any point in time the government to look at them as pet projects financing.
Meanwhile, the leader of the opposition says Carney is using money the government doesn't have.
He's talking about a sovereign debt fund. He wants to put another $25 billion on the national credit card to gamble on a liberal slush fund that will enrich liberal insiders at the expense of hardworking Canadians.
The fund is expected to be a key component of the Carney government's spring economic statement set to be delivered on Tuesday. The plan will also include a way for individual Canadians to buy into the fund, but the full plans aren't expected to be hammered out for months. Kate McKenna, CBC News, Ottawa.
A beautiful spring day in Kamloops with more heat on the way. Darius will have your BC-wide weather picture coming up.
Hi, I'm Amy Bell, and this is your CBC Inbox.
CBC returns as the exclusive media partner of the Doxa Documentary Film Festival, April 30th to May 10th. Doxa presents an exceptional selection of films and events that cultivate curiosity and critical thought. Festival tickets at doxafestival.ca. And on May 12th, join the CBC's Benit Brach at Surrey's Top 25 Under 25, an awards reception honoring the remarkable achievements of Surrey's top young leaders.
Darius Madavi's here with the BC Wide Weather Forecast and a chance of precipitation.
That's right. First rain in a while and probably the last for a while longer. So as we get into the overnight hours and then tomorrow morning, expect to see a few showers make their way down the coast. This is really most likely for parts of the island, really from Nanaimo and further south. And then for the lower mainland, up around the Squamish, up the sea to sky, maybe some of the Gulf Islands. That'll probably continue into around midday tomorrow. And then by early afternoon, those showers taper off. We'll probably start to see some clearing, although that may not kick in until just after sunset, although could be just before 7 or 8 p.m. As we get into Wednesday, much sunnier. The ridge of high pressure builds back in, clears out that cloud, and that lingers into part of the day on Thursday. We do see some cloud move through, but it should move through pretty quickly across Thursday morning. So we may get a little bit of sunshine early in the morning, and then that cloud moves through, and then we get it again in the afternoon, but not really any shot of precipitation on Thursday. Maybe a slight chance on Friday, but I wouldn't hold my breath. I wouldn't really expect it. In terms of the rest of the province, we are also going to see a little bit more unsettled weather in the interior as we get into tomorrow. Again, just that ridge of high pressure weakening a bit, allowing some of those showers to move through. But that ridge does strengthen again on Wednesday, so very few showers are likely in the interior as we get into midweek. And then we're going to see more and more sunshine as we get into the weekend and early next week as well. We may see some precipitation move across the central interior on Thursday and Friday, but honestly, at this point, that's a bit of a toss-up, so I wouldn't count on it necessarily. Temperatures, like I said, really starting to rebound as we get into the end of the week, especially in the interior. In the coast, they see a little bit of a dip tomorrow before they start to come back up again. A decent amount of places that have a very slight chance of precipitation, like we're talking 30 or 40% chance of showers there, but very widespread. And here's our 5-day forecast with a bit of everything mixed in there, but really not all that much precipitation in sight.
No kidding. Darius, thanks very much.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us on CBC Vancouver News. You can watch this newscast on CBCGM, our free app, as well as on YouTube, and of course our website, cbc.ca/BC. Good night.